Hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome to Shash's Plays. Today we're going to be doing a updated tier list. I made a tier list a while back, which was pretty much just my thoughts on every character in the game, and this was before even like Mammoth Swine came out. So, yeah. Actually, was it? It was like right after Blastoise, I think. Might have even been before. I don't know. But yeah, it's outdated. It's old. Obviously, the game has changed a lot since then. We have multiple characters added and everything, and you know, now my opinions have updated and stuff. So keep in mind though, this tier list is going to be just solo queue. You're keeping in mind this is not going to be like geared towards like any competitive constructed play or anything like that. It's just like a solo queue experience, maybe a little bit into like duo queue or maybe even a little trio queue or something like that. But if you're playing ranked, this is what I'm going for. Just a solo queue experience. And yeah, so we have 6 tiers here. We have Carry City. Obviously, these are the Pokemon that you could pick up and play in every single game. It doesn't matter. You know, it's always good to have this Pokemon on the team, and you can definitely carry with it. So, worth the team slot. You know, good Pokemon, you know, always nice to have on the team. You know, can potentially be swapped out for other things, though. Not bad. Kind of the same as worth the team slot, but, you know, these are like Pokemon that are just like, you know, a little bit more at the mercy of the team. Pretty much, you're not going to be, you know, you're not going to be being a superstar. You're not going to be anything. You are literally at the mercy of the team. So if the team sucks, then you're going to suck. But why though? Sure, these are like the Pokemon's like, sure, I guess, but like, why would you play that over like literally anything else? I don't know. And then don't bother. Literally don't bother playing these Pokemon. So anyway, so yeah, let's just get right into it though. So let's just start off with, you know, just right here at the top with our boy Blastoise. Not too bad, and we're gonna put him into that worth the team slot. So if you ask me like what, a month or two ago, whatever it was, when Blastoise was OP and broken and he just came out, he was definitely in Carry City, but now he's definitely worth the slot. He's super good. He's a super solid freaking Pokemon. You know, he could still carry a little bit. You know, he could run, you know, his damage build still. It's not as insane as it was, but, you know, definitely worth the team slot on any team, I think. And, you know, he's one of the easier tanks to use because, like, he can do a lot of damage, and his ult is just freaking insane. So, yeah, he's definitely, I think, probably the best tank to play in solo queue. Spoiler alert for later on, I suppose. Yeah, so there's that. Next up, Blissey. Blissey, you are 100% at the mercy of the team. Like, if Blissey, you are not going to be doing anything on your own. Like, that's pretty much the long and short of it. So, you could run Helping Hand, but if you know, the team doesn't want to engage, it doesn't even matter for you. Like, you struggle to get your own farm. Like, it's like cool. So yeah, like Blissey is just there. Like, it's fine, but I mean, obviously Blissey's really, really good. So like, and I have multiple videos where I love my Blissey players that are playing with me, but yeah, you are absolutely 100% at the mercy of the team. Shout outs to freaking support mains, I tell you. All right, next up, Charizard. Charizard's gonna go into that not bad category, and like, I think he kind of encapsulates that. It was like, you know, he's not gonna be carrying, and you know, you can definitely cut him from a team. Like, he's there. I don't necessarily hate seeing a Charizard on my team, as long as they know what they're doing, and you know, they know not to overextend early and stuff like that. They're usually pretty good. You know, I can definitely get behind a Charizard, so that's why I'm gonna put him in that not bad. I don't think he's that bad. I don't think he's necessarily at the mercy of the team, because you know, once you hit level 9, you can just start scooping people up and just go crazy. So yeah, Charizard, pretty solid Pokemon. I think he's a lot of fun too. So definitely try him out. All right, Cinderace, your boy's going right into the top of Carry City. Like, this character is freaking insane, dude. Like, he is absolutely insane right now. Like, You can just put him in the jungle. You can even put him in lane, and he's not that bad. Like, you're just gonna be doing so much damage, and as long as you got like a decent like front line in front of you, you're able just to shred people. Like, and that is just amazing. So yeah, definitely, if you're looking for a character that just you do the same thing every single game, and you don't even freaking have to think too much, just play Cinderace. Like, he's so freaking easy. Like, you just sit in the backline and pelt people with your freaking fireball, pyroballs, and all that fun stuff. So that's pretty cool. So next up, we got Cramorant, and where do I want to put Cramorant? I don't know. See, like, I want to say he's worth the team slot, but like, the way the meta shifted and stuff like that, and the buffs that some characters have gotten, and just Sylveon in general, I think unfortunately I have to put him into the not bad. I do think he's definitely over Charizard, but it's just like Cramorant just dies, and that's just kind of unfortunate. So like, you think of like a Talonflame or something like that. Talonflame could just get behind your front line and just dive on a Cramorant, and it's literally just dead. Like, there's nothing he can do. So yeah, like, unfortunately I just kind of have to put Cramorant in that in the not bad. Like, it's not, I'm okay seeing Cramorant on my team, especially if they're good and they know what they're doing. And they can provide a lot of help to the team, but like, the nerf to its ult, which was completely unjustified, kind of hurt it a little bit. Yeah, it's cool. So yeah, that's pretty fun. So yeah, Cramorant is unfortunately in the not bad. If you asked me a while ago, it'd probably absolutely be in the worth the team slot, but mobile release kind of changed things up a bit. Crustle, where do I want to put you? I don't know. See the thing with Crustle's weird, man. Like, you got to be good with Crustle. That's the thing. Like, a lot of people are not good with Crustle. They think their entire job is to go top lane and stay top lane the entire game and just be annoying and score and stuff like that. So for those people, I say you're at the mercy of the team. But if you are actually at fights, you know, you're helping the team, you're engaging in team fights and stuff like that every now and then, on top of scoring your big 50 dunks that nobody can help you with, I think you are worth the team slot. So like, as long as you freaking are helping the team, I think he's worth the team slot. Yeah, I think he's definitely really fun as well. Like, there's nothing more satisfying than running into the Zapdos pit. Nobody can stop you, and just dropping your ults, dropping your Fluffy Tail and Stealth Rocks, and like just stealing the Zapdos because, you know, they just got it down to like, you know, an 8th or something of health. So yeah, yeah, I think freaking Crustle, if you're playing him correctly, I think he's definitely worth the team slot. He's a lot of fun too, so that's pretty cool. So Eldegoss. See, now the correct move here is to put Eldegoss into at the mercy of the team, because you really are. Like, yeah, I will actually just keep her at the mercy of the team, because like, Eldegoss can do stuff on her own. Like, she's not like Blissey. Like, she can stand up to her own. You could run Muscle Band and just do a lot of damage still. You know, you could run you know, Leaf Tornado, and you could steal objectives and stuff like that. And, you know, that's really good, but unfortunately, at the end of the day, I do think that you are still at the mercy of the team. Like, if they don't know what the hell they're doing, and you know, you go in with an ult and you heal everybody up and they just run away anyway, like, there's not much you can do. So I think in a solo queue environment though, Eldegoss is probably definitely better than Blissey. So like, yeah, just so yeah, if I was playing a support, I would probably play Eldegoss. Even though Blissey is a better support in my opinion, I think that Eldegoss is better in like a solo queue environment. Garchomp. I love this character. He is so fun. He is so fun to play. He just shreds people, shreds objectives. You know, if you can get him ahead, he's so freaking good. But unfortunately, I just have to put him in the don't bother. Like, it's so hard to freaking get him to that point. And yeah, it's just so hard to get Garchomp to that point, and you need a good jungler that knows, hey, make sure that you're going to the lane that Garchomp is in, or you need to be the jungler itself. And even then, like, you're coming out of the jungle at level 5, you're not even evolved yet, you still got to make sure that you're fighting for bees. Like, it's... man, if Garchomp evolved at 5 and 9, like everybody else, like, holy shit, this character would be awesome. Like, I'd probably put him in the worth a slot. He probably wouldn't be Carry City still, but, you know, because there is still weaknesses to the character, but, like, oh my god, dude, like, it's... I'm sorry, I know people love Garchomp, I think he's super fun. Like, I don't know why, but every time I do a Garchomp video, it freaking performs like way better than every other video I do. But so I mean, there's love for the character there, and yeah, I can respect that. But yeah, Garchomp, unfortunately, I just don't think you even bother. Like, if you're playing like a duo or trio queue with friends or something like that, absolutely, I think he's worth it. But because, you know, you can actually coordinate and be like, hey, I need help down here, jungler, come help me. So, but yeah. Kind of the same thing with Gardevoir. I think Gardevoir might be slightly above Garchomp. I don't know. These two are really interchangeable. But yeah, I just don't bother. Like, her early game is so freaking weak. Like, at least you can poke from a distance and you can try to help, but as a Ralts, you are literally useless. You are freaking useless, dude. Like, you can just, like, sit there and you can poke at bees and not be able to help at all. So, like, and it's just the same thing. Like, you want to put her in the jungle, but it's actually even worse for Gardevoir in the jungle because your clear time is atrocious because Ralts just does no damage. Like, your clear time, you're coming out of the jungle, like, as 850 bees are spawning. Like, it is terrible. So, like, there's that. But yeah, so I think maybe she's ever so slightly above Garchomp, but, like, just because she's ranged, but I don't know. Like, I don't think it's really worth it. I just say don't even bother playing these guys. Yeah, that's fine. So, also another character, we're just gonna put all 3 Gars here. I mean, I don't think you even bother playing Gengar. Like, it's not like a team support issue, it's just like the character's just not good. Like, it's so unfortunate. It's like, you know, Gengar has fallen from grace, and like, I don't think that Gengar was completely OP at the start of the game. Like, I think that, you know, it was just people didn't know how to deal with stuff yet, and stuff like that, so he felt like super overpowered. But, you know, now, like, you know, Shadow Ball Dream Eater is really good, and it's really strong, and, like, he does decently well in 1v1s, but, like, if you're trying to 1v1 a tank, you're just gonna lose. You can kill, like, most attackers in, like, you know, those 2 or 3 hits, which is great, but, you know, you're probably just... You might even be losing against, like, a Lucario or something like that, like a smart Lucario that knows how to play well, because you're just so squishy. You dive in and you can't get out. Like, that's just the biggest problem. Like, you have to be, like, so committal, and just you can't get back out. That's just so unfortunate. So, but yeah, like, that's that. So, all right, next up, we got Greninja. Oh man, how far the mighty have fallen. Like, I still don't hate seeing a Greninja on the team, as long as they know what they're doing, but, like, even now, like, when I'm playing Greninja, it's just like, yeah, I can really pop off and stuff like that still, but it's not the way it used to be. Like, he's so squishy. Like, the meta has just shifted to, like, this damage meta where, like, everything is running just, like, pure damage items and stuff like that, and, you know, Sylveon just completely shreds him, so unfortunately I have to put him into the not bad. Like, I love me some Greninja, but, like, there's no reason to play Greninja when Cinderace exists. Like, if you get luck into, like, a team comp of, like, Cinderace, jungle, Greninja, lane with, like, Blissey on your team, yeah, probably. But, you know, yeah, that's just it. Like, it's so unfortunate because, I mean, everybody knows I love Greninja. Like, he's my favorite character in the game. Like, I have almost 400 games played with him at this point, I think. I don't know. Like, it's definitely over 300. Like, I have a ton of games played with Greninja, so, yeah, like, but, I don't know. Like, he's so fun, but unfortunately, it's Cinderace's time to shine. So, Cinderace was the beginning of the game, then he got nerfed, Then it was Greninja. Now Greninja got nerfed, so Cinderace is the star again. It's okay. They're just gonna keep swapping it. So there's that. So Lucario. Lucario goes all the way up to there to Carry City. If I had to say one Pokemon that you get and you will perform consistently well with him, as long as you know what you're doing, it's Lucario. Like, this character is insanely good. Like, you know, he can dive in on a team fight. You can, you know, almost all of his moves are good. I don't hate close combat. It's, you know, it did get a huge buff, but like, it's just so easy to interrupt, and like, I don't like that. So, and also the utility you get from Bone Rush is just too good. So, but you know, you can go Power Up Punch and you can steal objectives. You can go Extreme Speed and just shred enemies and stuff like that. It's really down to just a preference how you want to play Lucario. I personally still like Power Up Punch. I just like the execute potential. That's just, you know, works better for me. But you know, either way, it doesn't matter. It's still so good. So like, yeah, if I had to pick any one character, for me to say, hey, buy this character and just play him and only play him, it's Lucario's, because like, you can literally just carry entire teams with Lucario, and yeah, it's good. It's good. Machamp, where do I want to put you? I think I have to put Machamp into the not bad. Like, he's not a but why though. Like, when I see a Machamp, I'm like, I'm never like the, but why would you play that? You know, like that situation. It's like, why would you play that? Yeah, I don't know. Like, it's a good character. It's a good character. Do I want to? I don't know. But, I don't know. Yeah, he's pretty good. He's pretty good. So yeah, I think it's fine putting him there. Probably a little bit under Charizard, just like I had in my last tier list, I think. So yeah, like he's fine. Like, yeah, if you put him in the jungle, he's amazing. You know, he's able to come out of the jungle, run in, and just scoop somebody up. But you know, he's diminished a little bit because, you know, Wigglytuff isn't as strong in the meta anymore. So there's that. But yeah, it's a good character. I mean, it's not really much else I can say about him, you know. So yeah, it's pretty good. That's about it. So, Mamoswine. I think unfortunately Mamoswine just doesn't do it for me in a solo queue environment as much, because he is, you know, one of those later evolutions. I don't really think he's worth putting in the but why though category, because I think he's still fine. I think he's still good. So, would I rather see a Cramorant or a Mamoswine on my team? If he's the only tank, I think I would rather see a freaking Mamoswine, so I'll probably put him right there. Like, I think he's fine. He's a good character. It's just, you know, you gotta be good with him. You gotta know what you're doing with him, and you gotta make sure that you get to your evolution as fast as possible. So, you're usually gonna see him in the top lane, which is really strong, and that's cool. So, but yeah. I think Mamoswine probably sits there pretty comfortably. Like, this middle tier is probably going to be like so freaking stacked. I might have to freaking move it around, but yeah. Mr. Mime. I think a good Mr. Mime, very well worth the team slot. Like, I think that if you know what you're doing with Mime, you're throwing up the barriers, you're throwing up the guard swap, you're freaking chucking people into walls and just doing a billion damage. Like, I think Mime is very well worth the team slot. So, like, you know, he's not going to be like, you know, an Eldegoss. He's not going to be like there to heal you and stuff like that. But, you know, he can kind of play a little bit of like the tank role if you want him to. And yeah, like, I think he's good. I think Mime is just straight up good. like on our competitive team, we have Camel who plays Mime. Like, he mains Mime, and you know, that's just so good. So yeah, I'm down with this. I'm down with Mime. I'm always down to see a Mime. I will put Mime above Crustle. I'm happier to see a good Mime than I am a good Crustle on the team. So, all right. So Pikachu. Yeah, Pikachu. I guess Pikachu is like the reason I made the but why though. Like, he's not bad. He's not bad. Don't get me wrong. Pikachu's not terrible. He's not down here with the, yeah, I wouldn't say don't bother playing him like some of these characters. But like, yeah, anytime I see a Pikachu, I'm just like, but why though? Like, you have so many better options. Like, literally any attacker above Pikachu. Like, just swap it out for a Lucario. Like, and the people that, piss me off the most are just like, I'm gonna switch off Lucario and I'm gonna go Pikachu. Or, like, it's just like, but why? Like, Pikachu is fine. He's really strong early, obviously, but, like, he is practically useless in the late game. He just does no damage, and that's just really unfortunate. Like, but yeah, like, anytime I see a Pikachu, it's just, like, that's exactly just what comes into my head. Just, but why? Like, yeah, that's it. So, alright, so Slowbro, kind of like Mamoswine. Like, I would probably rather see, like, a Blastoise, but Slowbro ain't bad. I kind of want to put him into worth the team slot. I think I will put him into the worth the slot. So, like, obviously Blastoise is better. I think I would probably rather see a Crustle and a Mime than a Slowbro, but I think he's definitely worth the team slot. And if you're playing with Slowbro, well, also, see, that's the thing, though. That's the thing with Slowbro, is, like, you need to be... You can't really carry... So I think I will actually have to put Slowbro into the at the mercy of the team, because, like, you can't really do things on your own. Like, you could tank hits for days, and like, you could pick people up and get them out of the fight, but if nobody wants to attack the person that you're picking up and stuff like that, and nobody wants to capitalize on your amazing CC options, like, I think, unfortunately, I do have to put him at the mercy of your team. I do think Slowbro is incredible. I do think that he is a very, very slept-on Pokemon, and he's very, very good. But unfortunately, I do think that you're kind of at the mercy of the team. So, yeah, definitely not the worst defender, in my opinion. I think that, unfortunately, kind of goes to Mamoswine, but yeah, that's pretty cool. So yeah, I think Slowbro's just fine there. Unfortunately, he is at the mercy of the team a little bit. Not as much as Eldegoss. Definitely above Blissey. Eldegoss can kind of hold her own a little bit. So I'll keep him under Eldegoss. But all right, next up we got Snorlax, and Snorlax is a weird one because at the same, it's very similar to Slowbro, where like you kind of are at the mercy of your team. But at the same time, it's like, when do you not want to see a Snorlax? Like, so I think just because of that, you just want to, you're definitely worth the team slot. Like, you can always do something. And like, it's kind of hard to freaking ignore just the pure power of block. Like, it's just, that move is insane. Like, if somebody sees a block come out on, your team or the enemy team, they know what's going on. They know what's happening, so like, they know what to do. So like, I think that he's not like Slowbro. He can definitely hold his own. Like, he does a lot of damage still with like Heavy Slam and stuff like that. You can even run Flail and stuff like that. I don't think it's as much of a meme now. But yeah, like, I think it's good. I think, yeah, he's definitely worth the team slot. I think Blastoise goes above him in like a solo queue environment, just because you have a little bit more carry potential with Blastoise. You just do more damage. But, yeah, like, it's never bad to have a Snorlax on the team. Like, he's amazing. So, Sylveon. Ooh, if you asked me last week when Sylveon was absolutely broken, I would have to put Sylveon, like, probably in her own tier, because she was just absurd. So, do I think that she's in Carry City? I don't know, like, she still does so much damage. She's still so strong. Like, I think I do actually have to keep her in Carry City, because, like, she's so freaking strong, dude. Like, it's so hard to deal with a Sylveon that knows what they're doing. They're able to freaking kite out at the max range and just stand behind their front line and just, shred people. Like, Mystical Fire. If you're laning, maybe Hyper Voice. I don't know. Like, I still don't like Hyper Voice, but I mean, Hyper Voice is probably better in like maybe like a duo or a trio queue environment where you can play somebody like maybe like Slowbro or Mr. Mime. Somebody that could just like hold them in place for a little bit, so you can just wail on them. But yeah, I think freaking Sylveon is still very well worth the carry slot on the team. Like she can lane, she can jungle, she can do whatever she wants, and like that is just really awesome. So yeah, Sylveon I think definitely worth it up there. So Talonflame I think also goes up here. Like, you know, Talonflame is amazing, dude. I am so happy that they picked freaking they buff Talonflame, because like he was always one of my favorite characters to play, and like I think he's just so freaking fun. Being able to drop out of the sky and just delete people is just amazing. Like, you can dive past the front line with no freaking with no regard for the tanks, and just delete like the squishies in the back, like the Sylveons, like the Cinderaces and stuff like that, and that's just so cool. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I think Talonflame on its own in a solo queue environment, I think if you can get Talonflame in the jungle, you're gonna pull your weight 9 times out of 10, because you can steal objectives for your team. You can just fly over Dreadnought while the opposing team is wailing on it, and just snap that right up. You can steal Zapdos. You could just, like I said, dive on the back line and just kill a problematic freaking opponent. Like, it's just so good. Like, I think Talonflame is so well worth it. I think that Cinderace is probably still better, and like Lucario is just all around, like, the god of freaking solo queue, if you know what you're doing. Like, but I think Talonflame is well worth your time if you're trying to solo queue. Same thing with Venusaur, because Venusaur is freaking stupid right now, and he's definitely overtooled, and like you can literally just run into people and just not care. So you know what, I actually think I'm gonna make another tier. All right, so yeah, so we got the solo god here. It's like, and that's gonna be Lucario. So yeah, like we have the one god. So yeah, there's the solo god is Lucario. So but it's just, I mean, freaking Venusaur could probably go up there. You can make an argument for it for sure, but like I don't think that you can argue that every single game should have a Lucario. Every single game right now should have Venusaur, probably, like if you're playing like competitive, of course, but like every single game period should have a Lucario, because he's just that good, I think. So like, yeah, that's amazing. So all right, next up we got Wigglytuff, and yeah, Wigglytuff has kind of fallen off, unfortunately. I still think she brings a lot of freaking good qualities to a team. Fortunately, I don't think she's really worth the team slot anymore. I feel like there's better freaking options. Like, I would kind of rather have like an Eldegoss over a Wigglytuff right now. Do I want to put her in the but why though? I don't. Nah, she's not a Pikachu. She's not a Pikachu. So like, I think I would probably rather see her over like a Mamoswine. I'd rather see her over these guys, which is cool. I suppose like that's fine. Yeah, I think it's just unfortunate like how the meta's changed. Like, she's not as bulky as she used to be. Somehow, just because like everybody's running like full damage now, and like like the CC isn't as much of a problem, because for one, people have gotten used to playing against her, because she was completely broken in the last patch, so people have gotten better. And yeah, just in general, like she's just a little underwhelming, which is unfortunate. She's good, still very good, and I would probably rather see a Wigglytuff on my team than any of these guys. She is a little bit at the mercy of the team, but I still think, like, similar to like Snorlax and Mime, like she can kind of carry her own. Like, Dazzling Gleam still does a decent chunk of damage, and you can just sleep somebody and just run away. So that's good. Zeraora, definitely gonna slap him into that worth the team slot. I think I'm probably gonna put him over Mime, because it's never bad to have somebody that can just walk in and just be like, all right, I'm gonna take this now. And yeah, like that's just awesome. So like, yeah, just Discharge is insane, and that is really cool. So like, yeah, that's really cool. So I love freaking Zeraora. He's so fun to play. Like you literally just walk into people and just don't even care. So like I think that I don't think he's quite a carry. He definitely can be, but yeah, he doesn't have like the objective steal potential that, you know, Talonflame does. He doesn't have he doesn't have like the shredding potential, like the 1v3-4 potential that Venusaur does, and you know, he doesn't do as much damage as, well, no, they're probably pretty comparable, but like, I don't know, is Sylveon actually worth the carry slot now that I'm thinking about it? Because these two are actually pretty comparable. You know what? I'm actually gonna drop Sylveon out of carry, and I'm gonna put it right here next to Zeraora. I don't know. I still think that it's probably we should probably put Sylveon at the top here, because I would rather see a Sylveon than a Zeraora personally in my team. But yeah, would I rather see a Sylveon than a Blastoise and a Snorlax? Probably still, yeah. So yeah, I think that's, you know, safe to move, because like Zeraora and Sylveon, like they're completely different Pokemon, obviously, but you know, so you know, Zeraora has like way more mobility and stuff like that, but yeah, he's just a good Pokemon. Just play him, have fun. So there's that. Absol has gotten a good bit of a glow up, I think, and while I would put him in the don't bother tier last time, I'm not actually gonna even put him into the but why though, because I don't really necessarily hate seeing an Absol on my team as long as they know what they're doing. But because of that, unfortunately, I do have to put him into that at the mercy of the team. Like I think, yeah, like you are completely at the mercy of the team. Like you can freaking be amazing all on your own, but if your team is like just throwing objectives and just not freaking at, you know, just not, you know, playing the game correctly. Like if you're, you know, you got a freaking top tier life or top lane lifer that just never wants to rotate down for Dread, there's only so much that you can do. And you know, I understand that a little bit more about this character now. Like I was pretty adamant about my freaking stance on the character in the last patch. He was the worst in the game. But you know, I've played him a lot more. I've, you know, explored him a lot more, and I think that, yeah, he's not bad. It's just you are genuinely at the mercy of the team. Like if you don't get ahead, you are useless. Like that's all there is to it. So like your team needs to win every Dreadnought. It's, you know, you can stay ahead. Your team needs to, you know, rotate together and work together as a team. But because, you know, you can maybe steal Zapdos with like ult at the very end or something like that, but you never want to be tried to put in that situation. It's different than like Talonflame. Like in that situation, like Talonflame, that's like you can do that like every like 10 seconds or whatever Fly's cooldown is. This, you can maybe do that. You can maybe steal an objective like once every like 3 minutes. Like it's that. So like Talonflame can steal every objective. You know, Absol can maybe steal one. Like, yeah, but yeah, there's that. Yeah, Absol, I don't think he's the worst character in the game anymore. Unfortunately, that honor goes to Gengar right now, which kind of sucks. But, you know, because I love Gengar, he's awesome. But, yeah, that's just that. So, next up, though, we got Alolan Ninetales. And, yeah, it just got to go right here next to Cramorant, unfortunately. Like, I really like freaking Alolan Ninetales still. I think she's a very, very good character still. But just like Cramorant, she's so easy to dive in on and just delete. So I think I will probably put her ever so slightly above Cramorant. Not much though. Like, I don't know. Like it's good. It's good. She's good still. Don't get me wrong. It's just, yeah, she's so squishy, and it's so easy for like some characters just to dive in on her. Like, you know, Lucario, like a Talonflame. Like, she can't 1v1 a Cinder. Freaking, she's just gonna get shredded by Venusaur. So like, yeah, it's just unfortunate. Zeraora can jump her. as well. Like, you know, she does decently well against Sylveon, I will say that. You know, she could stun Sylveon and, you know, slow her down with ice and stuff like that, and that's good. But, like, you know, she just has such bad matchups against, like, most of these, like, top-tier Pokemon and stuff like that. But, yeah, I think that's pretty much good. I like this tier list. I think this is a pretty good representation of how I feel about every Pokemon in the game. These Pokemon that in that at the mercy of the team tier, I don't think that they're necessarily bad. I really don't. Like, I love Eldegoss, I love Slowbro. Blissey is amazing. Like, in anything like constructed play or anything, like, Blissey is amazing. It's just like, you can't do anything. Like, you're at the mercy of, like, the team with these Pokemon, which sucks. So, the one Pokemon in the but why though category is definitely Pikachu, because, like, anytime I see a Pikachu, that's exactly what goes through my head. Just, but why though? Like, you have so many better options. And then, yeah, just don't bother playing these guys. It's super unfortunate, but, you know, if you want to play these characters, get a couple friends together, you know, throw Gardevoir in bottom lane with, like, a Wigglytuff or a freaking Eldegoss or something like that, and you'll be okay. But yeah, like, it's just super unfortunate. Like, seriously, if these guys evolved at, like, 5 and 9, like all the other freaking Pokemon, like, they'd be so good. I think, like, maybe not, like, top tier good, but I think at least Gardevoir would probably end up into that worth the team slot. You know, Garchomp could probably end up into that not bad, like a Machamp or something like that. So, and then poor Gengar, I'm sorry, buddy. They need something for you. They need something. They need to do something to you. But yeah, and then you got the solo god himself, like freaking Lucario. Like, I'm not saying Lucario is the best character in the game. I would probably put that to Venusaur right now, obviously, because Venusaur's Venusaur, but, like, you can never go wrong with having a Lucario. Like, you can just do whatever the hell you want with Lucario in this game, man. Like, he can lane, he can jungle, he can be a bully early, and that's just amazing. Like, Lucario is just insane value in this game, and that's just really cool. So, yeah, Venusaur, Cinderace, Talonflame, all up here for their own reasons, of course, and yeah, I think that this is a pretty good representation. Like I said, like last week, Sylveon would probably be at the very top of that Carry City tier, but now I do think she's kind of similar to Zeraora in that kind of like team slot role, but she's definitely like the best mage right now. You know, like, you know, she's pushing out like Ninetales and Cramorant out of their roles, which is bad for these characters. That really sucks. I like seeing these characters, but, like, I mean, it's just so much you can do, and yeah. And then Greninja, my boy Greninja, don't worry, Cinderace will be nerfed and you will have your time back in the sun, I promise. I love you. I miss you. So, I still play Greninja all the time though, so I like it. But anyway, that's, yeah, that's my tier list. Let me know, what do you guys think about this? Is there anything that I'm completely off on? Keep in mind, this is in the context of just solo queue, maybe a little bit of duo queue or trio queue thrown in there, but yeah, if you're solo queuing with these Pokemon at the top here, these are all well worth your time. And then, like, these guys, they're kind of okay. Know what you're getting into with freaking... know what you're getting into with these characters. You're not going to be able to control the outcome of the game a lot of the times, and then just don't. Just don't. Like, and Pikachu, like, sure, but why? Like, anyway, but yeah, anyway, that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I think that this tier list is a good representation of how I feel about the game right now. I think it's relatively balanced. I think, obviously, Venusaur needs to be brought down a few pegs. Talonflame's fly, as much as I love it, I do think that it needs to freaking, you know, it needs to chill a little bit. Like, I'm literally dying in 2 hits. Like, you need to reel that in just a tad bit. Not too much, though. Don't freaking nerf the character into the ground again. And, yeah, Lucario, just play Lucario. If you're struggling, just play Lucario, practice Lucario, get good with Lucario, and, you know at least you're doing the best that you can for your team. So, because, like, it's never bad to have a Lucario. But, anyway, that's gonna be it. Like, comment, sub, all that fun stuff. I love you all. Deuces.